The Krell warrior towered above the observation deck, his crystalline exoskeleton refracting the artificial lights into 1,000 fractured rainbows. Commander Vexthar had never tasted defeat. In 300 years of combat across 12 star systems, no being had ever laid a hand on him. The Galactic Council had declared him untouchable, a living myth among the void-faring races. Humanity's representative stood barely 5 feet tall beside him, her leather jacket worn from years of field work. Captain Sarah Chen adjusted her stance, rolling her shoulders with a calmness that seemed almost disrespectful given the circumstances. The assembled crowd fell silent. They had come to witness what everyone assumed would be a demonstration of human futility. "Ready?" Sarah asked, her voice carrying no hint of doubt. Vexthar didn't respond. He simply waited, his compound eyes tracking her with the precision of a predator. Around them, the Calasti, the Zorn, the Venox, all watched with detached curiosity. They had heard the stories of human physicality, their strange capacity for violence born from a world of predators and prey. But stories were not reality. Vexthar was reality. Sarah's first punch came like lightning. Her fist connected with his lower left joint, the weak point where his chitin plates overlapped. The impact rang out through the chamber with a sharp crack. Vexthar remained motionless, his expression unchanged, though a small hairline fracture appeared in his armor. She hit him again, this time aiming for his right side. The blow landed with precision, targeting another vulnerable junction. His crystalline structure shuddered visibly. A murmur rippled through the crowd. Was this possible? Could a human actually? 3 more strikes followed in rapid succession. Left, right, center. Each punch connected with surgical accuracy. Sarah moved with the fluid grace of someone who had trained not just with weapons, but with the ancient art of understanding her own body as an instrument. Where others saw an invincible opponent, she saw only anatomy, leverage, and the physics of momentum. By the 5th strike, Vexthar's left arm had dropped slightly. His compound eyes, which had remained perfectly still until this moment, finally blinked. The silence in the chamber was absolute. "Your species," Vexthar said slowly, his translator crackling with what might have been amusement or shock, it was difficult to tell with the Krell, violates 15 different combat codes. "We didn't write your combat codes," Sarah replied, not even breathing heavily. "We wrote ours based on survival. When you're the weakest species on a death world, you learn to fight dirty, fast, and smart." Commander Vexthar lowered himself, examining the cracks in his exoskeleton with what appeared to be genuine interest. His 3-fingered hand traced the damage as if seeing physical vulnerability for the first time in his existence. "You understand," he said finally, "that I could still kill you in milliseconds." "Sure," Sarah said, rolling her neck. "And I could die tomorrow stepping off a curb. We don't get to choose our limitations. We only get to choose what we do despite them." Around the observation deck, the other aliens began to process what they had witnessed. A species that had conquered worlds through technological might and superior intellect had just been humbled by a 5-foot human woman who fought like she had something to prove. Because she did. Vexthar stood, his full height restored. "I will require medical attention. But more than that, I require answers. Teach me. Teach my people how humans have survived against impossible odds. For 300 years, I have believed invincibility came from strength. Perhaps I was wrong." Sarah smiled then, a fierce and genuine expression that transformed her entire face. "Now that's the attitude that might actually take you somewhere, Commander." As they walked from the observation deck together, the message began to spread through the council chambers and beyond. Humanity's greatest strength was not their technology or their fleets. It was something far more dangerous, the relentless will to find a way, even when every variable said they couldn't. The age of untouchable warriors had ended, not with a sword or a laser, but with a human fist and the knowledge that sometimes the greatest victories came from refusing to accept the boundaries others placed on you. In the void between stars, word traveled fast. And among the young warriors of 1,000 species, a single question now burned: what else could humanity do? Kindly like and subscribe channel. Thank you.